Which event marked the beginning of Norman control over England? A. The Battle of Hastings. B. The signing of the Magna Carta. C. The establishment of the Tudor dynasty. D. The dissolution of the monasteries. Answer: A. The Battle of Hastings in 1066, where William the Conqueror defeated Harold II, began Norman rule over England. What was one key outcome of the Glorious Revolution of 1688? A. The monarchy became absolute. B. The Magna Carta was rewritten. C. The Catholic Church became dominant again. D. Parliament gained more power over the Crown. Answer: D. The Glorious Revolution limited royal power and established the supremacy of Parliament, leading to a constitutional monarchy. Who was the first British Prime Minister? A. Benjamin Disraeli. B. Robert Walpole. C. William Pitt. D. Winston Churchill. Answer: B. Sir Robert Walpole is generally regarded as the first de facto Prime Minister, serving from 1721 to 1742. During which period did the Industrial Revolution begin in Britain? A. 16th century. B. 17th century. C. 18th century. D. 19th century. Answer: C. The Industrial Revolution began in the late 18th century, transforming Britain's economy with mechanization and urbanization. Which document first established the principle that the king was subject to the law? A. Bill of Rights. B. Magna Carta. C. Petition of Right. D. Act of Union. Answer: B. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, was the first document to limit royal power and affirm that the monarch must obey the law. Which of these countries was the first to join the United Kingdom after England? A. Scotland. B. Wales. C. Ireland. D. Northern Ireland. Answer: B. Wales was annexed to England under the Laws in Wales Acts between 1536 and 1543. What was the main purpose of the 1707 Act of Union? A. To unite England and Scotland under one Parliament. B. To separate the British monarchy from Parliament. C. To create the Commonwealth. D. To give Ireland independence. Answer: A. The 1707 Act of Union united England and Scotland, forming the Kingdom of Great Britain. What was the Blitz during World War II? A. An Allied invasion of Germany. B. The German bombing campaign on Britain. C. The sinking of the Titanic. D. A British air raid over Berlin. Answer: B. The Blitz was a series of German air raids on British cities from 1940 to 1941, aimed at demoralizing the population. Who was Emmeline Pankhurst? A. A Queen of England. B. A leader of the women's suffrage movement. C. A famous novelist. D. A scientist who discovered penicillin. Answer: B. Emmeline Pankhurst founded the Women's Social and Political Union, fighting for women's right to vote in the early 20th century. Which of the following wars was fought between Britain and Argentina in 1982? A. Crimean War. B. Boer War. C. Falklands War. D. Korean War. Answer: C. The Falklands War was fought in 1982 over the sovereignty of the Falkland Islands, which remain British territory. Which British scientist developed the theory of evolution by natural selection? A. Isaac Newton. B. Charles Darwin. C. Stephen Hawking. D. Alexander Fleming. Answer: B. Charles Darwin's 1859 book On the Origin of Species introduced the theory of evolution by natural selection. Which English king broke away from the Roman Catholic Church? A. Henry VII. B. Henry VIII. C. Edward VI. D. James I. Answer: B. Henry VIII separated from the Roman Catholic Church and established the Church of England in 1534. What is the role of the Speaker in the House of Commons? A. To represent the government. B. To lead the opposition. C. To maintain order and ensure fair debate. D. To decide laws personally. Answer: C. The Speaker of the House of Commons ensures debates are orderly and fair, remaining politically neutral. What year did women over 21 gain the right to vote in the UK? A. 1918. B. 1928. C. 1945. D. 1950. Answer: B. In 1928, British women gained equal voting rights with men, lowering the age limit to 21. What was the name of the ship that carried the Pilgrims to America in 1620? A. The Enterprise. B. The Britannia. C. The Beagle. D. The Mayflower. Answer: D. The Mayflower transported the Pilgrims from England to North America, where they founded Plymouth Colony. What was the purpose of the Beveridge Report of 1942? A. To plan the British Empire's expansion. B. To outline the creation of a welfare state. C. To rebuild London after the Blitz. D. To reform the monarchy. Answer: B. The Beveridge Report proposed a system of social insurance and welfare, leading to the modern NHS and welfare state. Which two political parties formed the coalition government during World War II? A. Labour and Conservative. B. Conservative and Liberal. C. Labour and Liberal. D. Conservative and Green. Answer: A. The coalition government during World War II included both Conservative and Labour leaders, with Winston Churchill as Prime Minister. Who was the first woman Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? A. Theresa May. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Elizabeth I. D. Mary Robinson. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher, known as the Iron Lady, served as Prime Minister from 1979 to 1990. What was the outcome of the Battle of Britain in 1940? A. Germany successfully invaded Britain. B. Britain resisted the German air attacks. C. Britain surrendered to Germany. D. The British Navy was destroyed. Answer: B. The Royal Air Force successfully defended Britain against the German Luftwaffe, preventing invasion. Who is responsible for appointing the Prime Minister in the UK? A. The House of Commons. B. The House of Lords. C. The Supreme Court. D. The King. Answer: D. The monarch formally appoints the Prime Minister, typically the leader of the majority party in Parliament. What was the significance of the 1832 Reform Act? A. It abolished slavery. B. It expanded voting rights to more men. C. It gave women the vote. D. It separated church and state. Answer: B. The 1832 Reform Act extended voting rights to middle-class men, reforming parliamentary representation. Which of the following is not a devolved power of the Scottish Parliament? A. Education. B. Health. C. Foreign affairs. D. Transport. Answer: C. Foreign affairs remain under the control of the UK Parliament in Westminster. What event is commemorated on Remembrance Day? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The end of World War I. C. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. D. The victory in World War II. Answer: B. Remembrance Day marks the armistice that ended World War I on November 11, 1918. What was the main goal of the suffragettes? A. To improve working conditions. B. To abolish the monarchy. C. To reform Parliament. D. To achieve voting rights for women. Answer: D. The suffragettes fought for women's right to vote in the early 20th century. What is the purpose of the Commonwealth? A. To maintain military alliances. B. To promote cooperation among countries with historical ties to the UK. C. To control British colonies. D. To enforce British law abroad. Answer: B. The Commonwealth promotes democracy, human rights, and development among member nations, many of which were once part of the British Empire.